One day I was using my computer, minding my own business, and all of a sudden the monitor on my computer started turning different colors. I thought I had woken up in the 70s. Well, rest assured, it was 2018, and I just witnessed screen discoloration on my computer. My name is Dr. Phil, and this Tuesday we will be discussing how to address this very colorful situation. Now, to fix a monitor that is clearly discolored, there are a myriad of issues where there's points of failure where the video output could be broken, but the most common issue is between the cord and the monitor and the computer in the monitor. I will show you both ways. To check to see if the monitor and the computer cord are properly working and that it's not just the monitor that's having issues, you just turn around and then you can see right here is where the monitor and the cable connect, and I just want to wiggle this around, and it's running a little loose and it needs to be in there very tightly. So I push up into it to make sure that it's tightly in there, and then, as annoying as it is, screw these screws in tightly to make sure that this isn't causing the screen discoloration. And then when I look around, voila! Next I will show you how to check for loose connection on the computer itself. Now, before you check to make sure the connection is properly seated, I would strongly advise you to turn off your computer. There is a highly likely event that you may disconnect another cord that is a little bit tighter on the back of your computer, and you could cause a lot of issues if it's disconnected when the computer is still on. So my computer is off and I'm going to check, and there's two places where your video port could be. If you have a special video card for your computer like I do, your video ports will be on the lower half of your computer typically. You'll see these horizontal lines, and your video card slot is one of these. And I actually have two because I have a dual monitor setup that are connected in. So one is right here and another is right here. Now I'm going to wiggle these around. This one's running pretty tight, and the screws are firmly tight on the cord itself. And then up here, this is another type of video cable, and I wiggle it around. It's a little loose, however it's got a locking mechanism that I know of on the bottom portion that you may not be able to quite see. And to check to make sure that's properly seated, I would push this in and make sure that I don't hear a click, because if I hear a click, that tells me that it wasn't properly in there. Now, this is also an adapter, this cord, and so here's another point where the cable could have gotten loose. So right here, I can see this cord is connected right here. I wiggle it, it's very tight actually, and the screws are also tightly seated in there. So I know that this couldn't possibly be the issue. Now there's one other possibility that you want to check on the cable itself. So I'm going to unscrew this portion to maybe show you a little bit easier. And that's with the pins. Now this one has quite a few pins on it, and you want to check to make sure that none of the pins are bent, because if any of the pins are bent, that could also mean that the cable is going bad, and you might want to invest in another cable. These cables are relatively inexpensive, so replacing it should not be an issue, but if any of the pins are bent on this, on either end, that could also be an underlying cause, in which case the cable is the issue in this situation. The other point where your video cable could be connected to is up here in this portion. If you do not have a special fancy video card in your computer, it would also be up here and then you just check it for it up here. But these are some basic ways to make sure that you've covered all your bases when you are testing to see why your screen is discolorized. And hopefully you will be able to quickly identify the next time that your screen becomes discolored. You'll be able to identify quickly what needs to be done. Thank you. As you're watching this video, you may be trying to tell me through your computer screen or mobile device screen, but Dr. Phil, I have a laptop. I'm sorry I didn't hear you. But here's what I can tell you. I have a laptop too. And if your laptop screen is discolorized, the process to diagnose and resolve the issue is a lot more complex. And the best way to handle this is to call your favorite computer doctor at 574-306-4017. And I, Dr. Phil, or one of my associates, will be able to help you in diagnosing and resolving this issue, as we are specially trained in how to diagnose laptops and take apart them and take care of the issue. So please do not hesitate to give us a call, and we can help you with whatever issues you are experiencing with your computer. And I want to assure you again, no, you did not wake up in a bad dream in 1974. This is 2018, and your issues can best be resolved by going to your doctor and not taking drugs. Thank you. My name is Dr. Phil. Have a wonderful, absolutely wonderful Tuesday.